Okay, so here we are with another video. Back before the weekend. I hope you guys are going to have a good weekend, all that shit. I hope you guys are surviving coronavirus quarantine. Well, if you're in Czech Republic, well, some of you guys are in Czech Republic. And we're back under quarantine now to the 20th. So, like, my travel channel is going to be fucked up until then. Because I wanted to go out and eat sushi with you guys and shit. But I can't do that because we're in the quarantine. So, anyway, I think I'm going to name these videos like this the Aldo Bag series. Because what is with these girls who seem to be doing this shit from like a closet in a studio apartment with like a $5 Walmart shelf and like some whack ass shoes and clothes in the back? Like what is this a new fad that's going on? Like is this a new trend? Like to brag about how much money you worth or how much money of a man out of a man you can get while you filming it from a closet. Like this must be a new fad amongst the new young dumb bitches. Like this is what I'm gathering. But anyway, this video is named "Why I Only Date Rich Men." And hypergamy in whatever the fuck parentheses. I always get those things. The names are confused. But why only date rich men? Now, I'm gonna start this off by saying this. By the time any woman has to openly say that she only does XYZ or this and that, what she is really, it's usually two things. And I hope I remember the two things by the time I get to the second one. One reason why they say this is because they may have gotten lucky and hopped on a carousel of man who fits this description relative to them, because rich is relative to every woman. So if she was born into $1 million, well, rich to her is going to be a guy with $50 million. It's all relative to that woman. So she could have grew up working at McDonald's. Her family worked at Burger King. So rich to that woman would be 50,000 a year. It's all relative to that woman. And when you're dealing with them in the real world and how they're going to actually act and shit like that, it's relative to her and how she, like I say, woman only sees what woman sees. She can't see other shit. So, listen, step one, the only reason why women say shit like this is because they might have got lucky and bounced on a couple dicks and probably got some dinners at some restaurants that they could never afford on their own. And now so now she feels like, since she got lucky back then, that oh well that was the highlight of my life, so I'll just keep trying to keep this dream going, which essentially is like Al Bundy with his 4 touchdowns in a single game. Like, I love Al Bundy, I think he's great, but he's funny too. And the 4 touchdowns in a single game, like, I don't know if you guys ever watched Married with Children, but his kids even got tired of hearing the story because he won 4 touchdowns, 1 game, and he knew the whole story by heart and all that. See, that's the one way these bitches end up like this. Because I haven't watched the video. We'll see in the video if that was the route she take or she took the other route, or there's even a third possible route. But yeah, there's a good chance because let's face it, she's not a bad looking girl. Okay, so there's a good chance she has some leeway into what she wants. She has some leeway. She has some, she can make a little bit of demand simply because she's a young woman. Okay, that's the only thing that will ever push her demands in this context of why I only date rich men. That's the only thing that gives her any fucking demands. Like I said in those videos, I want to see bitches like this 10 years from now. When like literally the only thing they had to work with has now left them, because it leaves all of them. Okay, she is no exception. She's cute. She's a good looking girl. Give her 10 to 15 years, and she'll be forgotten like the rest of them. Just like all of them before. All of them before. They all think that they're the only ones who, magically found being 20-year-old woman. like it's biology. But anyway. That's usually the first step is the Al Bundy syndrome. They did it, once or twice in their past, and now they think, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do for the rest of life. The second part is this. She never had it, and she's stuck with Pookie and Ray Ray, but she's trying to beat the system in the form of, but what she's trying to do is she's trying to attack men like how she would attack women. in getting what she wants. Meaning, okay, how you, because women are made to follow. Their brains are made to follow what anything that's being talked about. Anything and what it says. Woman's brain is literally created to follow shit. They don't create shit on their own. It's fucked up to say, it's rough to say, but it's the goddamn motherfucking truth. All right? They are built to, so what she's doing is, in this other context, this other demographic of woman, she is now trying to force sell herself as higher quality because she only dates rich men. So, as example, what she is, okay, let's flip the script. Let's say if there was a man making a video in his closet with a $5 shelf on here saying, yeah, I only take jobs that pay $10 million a year. Like, people go, I don't know about that, you know, because you got to say it out loud. Look at where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then how you talking, and nothing of real intelligence is gonna come out of your mouth. I don't know. See, guys know how to smell that shit. Women fall for scams like fucking flies to shit. Women fall for it, and she's trying to beat the system by scamming the men. But see, men know what it is. But at the end of the day, she's still a 20-year-old girl. So okay. So what's actually happening is this. Her pussy is getting her into a room. She's thinking she actually scammed the men. Where these men, they could smell her from 15,000 miles away, knew what she was, and said, okay, well, yeah, I could sell her this bullshit dream just to use her pussy on a slow night and kick her back out. And do the math on it. If she's so successful in dating rich men, why is she still stuck to dating? Why isn't she married to a rich man? You see? Do the math. D-U-D-A-M-A-F. If she's so fucking great at dating rich men, why is she still stuck dating rich men? Why isn't she only marrying rich men? Why is she having children and taking kids to babysitters and all this shit with rich men? You see what I'm saying? Do the math. But anyway, we're gonna start this video. I've talked for 7 minutes straight. So, let's go. It might be a 2-part video because this is a 26-minute long video. Or I might just make this one big-ass video. So, here we go.
If you cannot fulfill the requirements it takes to date me, then this is none of your business. This is beyond you.
I'm more so somebody to cry for.
Yeah.
Somebody
to... And this is all she has to sell. This is like, this whole introduction is all she has to sell right here. That's all she has to sell.
More so somebody to cry for, than somebody to cry on. You feel me, baby?
Baby, I'm tired of the
Yeah.
same old stories.
Yeah.
All these other dudes, they just wanna play games.
So, like, now my question is also this: why is she getting out of a Lamborghini that's not hers? Walking to a house that's not hers, but she's filming this shit in a fucking closet. What? Like, think about it.
I've been through a lot and I'm kinda still hurting. I'm kinda so waiting on your boy. Won't you swing my way? I know you know how to. What's up, Desiree gang?
In a closet.
How you feeling? What's good? What's good?
So what? Why didn't she just do the whole show from the Lamborghini? Because the Lamborghini's not hers. She's sucking dick, or she probably rent. Why is she filming this shit from a closet?
Good was good.
I'd be like, there are exceptions. Maybe she has a reason. I don't know what the fuck. But it seems a little suspect. And then the fact that she has to verbally go out and I only date rich men. Like I said, usually when women start talking like that, that's the first sign that it's not her culture to do it. All right? Because if it was her culture to do it, she wouldn't have to say it out loud.
Been a minute, I know, and I know I feel like I say this a lot. I'm always saying, guys, it's been a minute, but I'm back, but I'm sorry, y'all. I just have so much going on that, like, all I can say is that the things that I am busy doing that's stopping me from doing YouTube videos as consistently are things that you guys will like. It's content for you guys, it's loyalty, my show, music. Oh my god, it's so much being worked on in the background, like, that you guys are gonna love. I don't want to say too much, but all in all, let's get to the point. You guys know why I'm here. First, wait, hold on. I just want to say that I am in my closet right now. You
Yeah.
know, my amazing closet that I always talk about, but I haven't done a closet tour yet. I am going to do my closet tour within the next week because it's finally looking how I want it to look. But all right. Let's get to the point. You guys know why I'm making this video. You guys know what happened today, what I tweeted. I'm pretty sure you know. If you are not up on what happened to me today, like maybe you don't know what happened. Maybe you just a subscriber and you don't know what the hell is going on. All right, so here's what I tweeted on May 10th. I tweeted this on Mother's Day. I was actually having a conversation with my aunt about this, and as we were talking about it, I was just like, let me just tweet what I think. You know, it's Twitter. You tweet what you think. You tweet what's on your mind. Whatever. Who's even thinking that deep, right? It's just Twitter. So here's what I tweeted. I tweeted, women should be financially taken care of in a relationship. Your woman shouldn't have to worry about paying a damn thing. If you cannot afford to take care of a woman completely, don't date or pursue a woman until you can. The woman is the prize. Pay for it. Okay, so basically when I tweeted that, I felt like it would get some attention. I felt like some people would agree, some people would disagree, whatever. But I did not think that it would be a tweet that I have to address. I really didn't think that. I felt like maybe it would be some back and forth with some people and then whatever. Who cares? It's the next day or something. But so what started to happen is that after I tweeted that, it kind of started like getting attention on Twitter per se. And then the next day, or a couple days later, which is today, the Shade Room posted it on their platform. So, of course, that made people really talk about it. You can probably see how I got dragged, how I just, they went in on me. I'm not gonna lie. I would say definitely, people took it really far. There are some people that told me to kill myself. There's some people that told me that I'm the scum of the earth. I'm the worst kind of woman. Anyone that marries me, I feel bad for them. And
Okay, well, you slow down. is this girl? I'm just curious if she's even like who would marry a woman like this? Like who would actually like she is material to be passed around. She's walking around a fucking with her tits hanging out on fucking YouTube. She's material to be passed around. This is not a woman like this. You do not want this shit to have your children and to be a quality mother. This is not mother material. This is tramp material. This is good-looking trash material. All right, she's a brothel worker material. Like you fuck her, you could probably laugh a little bit with her, then you kick her back off to the curb to go and date more rich men. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about her. It's just from what I've seen so far of 3 minutes, which I'm usually right. That's where she fits. That's her niche. But she doesn't even see it yet because, like I said in other videos, see, when girls are younger and their skin's a little tight and they look like they took a shower, okay, they'll always find somebody to tell them what they want to hear. So like they have no sense of reality. And usually, and when they do get a sense of reality, it's going to cause for them to have to think for 2 minutes. And that's the one thing women hate to do is to think about anything that will like truly better themselves as a human. Like they hate that shit. They just hope like in the back of every woman's mind on the plan is this. And I'm not making this shit up. In the back of every woman's mind on the plan is this. Well, it doesn't matter what I do. I'll find a man somewhere to come fix it. That's why women are so reckless in life. Especially if they're cute and pretty. They're just more reckless. They don't care because they know some beta is in line to come fix all her shit. Because he's going to worship her because she's a fucking woman.
I'll be single for the rest of my life. No man is ever going to want a woman like me. You know, the yada, 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 yada.
A man will want a woman like you. But the deeper issue is, you know, you're not a good enough woman to be with a legit decent man for real. I think that is the deeper issue.
Get all of that really terrible stuff. I also got some people that just maybe politely disagreed. I got some people that agreed. Here's what I have to say about everything, just to address it and just to explain what I'm saying. So this term, or I guess this lifestyle that I'm referring to, is called hypergamy. So as I've been getting older, I've realized that hypergamy is something that resonates with me. It's something that I agree with. It's,
yeah, and see, and yeah, so she's admitted to getting older. Okay, but see, this is where hypergamy is gonna like. This is why a woman's brain in general is this is another reason why women's brain in general is made to self destruct. Okay, because when woman thinks that being woman is like working at a job for okay, a woman thinks that a woman's value and worth in the world is equivalent to working a job. Like, well, I've been doing this for 10 years, so I deserve more money, type of shit. Where like, no, like your woman's initial value in the world is because you are young and you look young and you're a bit naive and you're fun to be around. But like, women. Okay, the reality of it is, and I'm definitely not the first person to say this. A woman's value in the world, essentially for like, especially for what she's trying to get. I only date rich men. Okay, bitch, you are a car. Okay, and the longer you go, keep being rented out. You keep now you at Hertz, Enterprise and shit. See, the longer there's a reason why motherfuckers aren't buying that car. Think about that shit. There's a reason why, even if you go to Ferrari renters and Bentley, there's a reason why nobody bought that Bentley. There's a reason why it keeps getting rented out. See, and if you don't watch it, you gonna end up that, okay, if you look at yourself as a Bentley, which I'm sure you do, if you look at, and I'm sure you're gonna watch this video, you look at yourself like you're a Bentley, there's a reason why that Bentley is not owned. You see, there's a reason why that Bentley keeps getting rented out and don't nobody want to buy it at a discount rate. Because everybody done put their foot on that gas pedal. That's why. Everybody done sat there, farted in it, smoked cigarettes in it, smoked weed in it, threw up in it from drinking, and everybody had their turn at Bentley. So it's random. Don't nobody want to buy that shit. Okay, and the only person who will want to buy it is somebody who got it on a deal. It was a deal because it's been used up. They got it on discount. And what is the last thing you're gonna want? Is to be sold at a discount.
That will be my life, just to give you guys a little insight on exactly what hypergamy means, I'm going to read the definition here.
Sure.
Hypergamy is the term social scientists use to refer to the phenomenon of women prioritizing wealth or social status in mate selection. Hypergamy is commonly referred to as trading or marrying up. There is a great deal of research that supports the notion that hypergamy plays a big part in female mate selection. And the actual definition that they have here is hypergamy definition is marriage into an equal or higher social group or income level. I wouldn't really be able to tell you guys why so many people were upset, because at the end of the day, I didn't say anything that bad. And at the end of the day, people need to learn how to agree to disagree, okay? People need to learn how to just be like, oh, that's her. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, if you are the person that wants a 50-50 relationship and you want to split things and you want to split dates and you want to split the bills and you want to do that, do it. I'm not stopping you. Like, you and I are in a relationship, so why does it matter what I think? At the end of the day.
This is lovely because I can't wait to see her when that wall hits. She's talking like this. That's why it's so lovely to watch. That's why I'm smiling. Like, because it's like maybe this is a bad scenario, but it's like watching a fucking horse where you hold the carrot in front of a horse, but there's a big ass cliff. Like maybe in her case, she's got brown skin. She's probably a little younger, so I say the cliff is maybe a tenth of a mile down the road, and I mean it's like the Grand Canyon. Like she can't walk around the shit. Like, and her eyes are just stuck on this carrot of her thinking that she's like so valuable in this shit, and she can't see that cliff coming. Like that's why I'm smiling, because it's like great, because she genuinely believes that some part of her is actually worth what she's asking for, other than the biological timing of what of the occupation she has now of being woman. Like, that's the only thing that's. I love it.
Think about this. Why does it matter so much what I think or what I want? So
no, because it's funny. That's why. Okay, see, this is what I tell guys so many times before. To women, good attention is good attention, and bad attention is good attention. See, she's just smiling. She loves it because she got the attention. But see, now the mistake she made is that what she says is important. You see, because woman doesn't know how to decipher good attention and bad attention. They just got attention. So since they got attention, they must be important. See, that's how woman minds work. You see, but to men's mind, we can look at it and say, no, you're not important. It's funny to watch. It's funny because your value is going down by the second. Okay, she's like the equivalent, like I don't know, like a fucking Microsoft stock. And she's like, no, let's take that back because I just watched a piece on why GameStop is failing. The used video retailer GameStop in the United States, I think Australia, and it's even here in Europe and places. It would be like GameStop going like, oh, we don't need to do anything else. We can just keep buying and selling games. And everybody switching all this Steam shit and fucking, buying shit on the internet, and physical games are getting faded out. Like GameStop, they can't see that, it's inevitable. They like their time is inevitable type of shit. Like, and she can't say like you're funny. Like, but I know how a woman is gonna hear that. Woman's brain heard, oh, I'm funny, so I must be important because I'm being talked about. No, it's not important. Like, I will do your video and I will walk past you and go on to the next dumb hoe. Like, get it through your fucking head. Like, it's funny.
I feel like, I think it went viral on Facebook, it went viral on Twitter, it went viral on the Shade Room.
She got attention.
And I'm just really wondering, like, I guess I'm grateful, like, I have an influence, but at the end of the day, I really don't understand why people care so much what little old me, have to say. What I want to do in my life, I get it, I guess.
Because it's funny.
I get it, because I have an influence or whatever. But at the end of the day, I think that everyone...
Who is this bitch? I know who she is. See, like I said, like I said, man, woman's brain cannot decipher good attention and bad attention. It's just attention equals good. And I must be important because I just got some attention. Like, she loves it. Look at, like she loves it.
The right to choose what kind of situation, relationship, marriage, anything that they want to, involve themselves in. Now, for me, I've never been the kind of person to, flaunt my things or talk about how much money I make or talk about, I tell you guys about, what's going on with, my show and I have music coming. But if you really think about it, as an influencer, I'm not that flashy. I'm not someone that, I don't talk about how much I make. I don't talk about...
Nobody does.
I don't talk about how much I make. I felt the need
Who
to talk
does?
about it in this scenario because of the hate that I was getting. And I had to kind of clap back or explain my take on this. I say all of that to say that I'm 22 years old.
Oh, she's 22.
I make 6 figures. I am working on so many things as relates to loyalty and...
Okay, now also, if she made 6 figures, which I don't think she does, but let's say she does. How much of that 6 figures is being earned off of her biological status on the planet? On top of just taking a bath. Out of all the money she makes, what is she actually earning, legitimately, with her brain power versus her just standing there and just being a woman and that being 80% of the sales? This is why you're not important. You're funny because you genuinely think that something you did earned all this. You were born, you took a bath, and you didn't eat McDonald's 3 times a day. So after that, just know how to read, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get some type of following. All right, play a fucking PlayStation for an hour a day, and you're gonna get a following just because you are girl. It's funny because like I said. Give it 10 years. Give it 10. See, you're in the sweet prime spot. You're 22. You're in the sweet prime spot. You pretty, as a woman, you can't fail in these, unless you're just a horrific fucking idiot. You cannot, especially in these day and ages where people you get with Instagram, you cannot fail as long as you just have a fucking camera nearby. You can't fail. But like I said, give it 10 years. And we're gonna hear a whole watch. I promise you. Give it 10 years, Give it 10 years, and it's gonna be a whole nother. Why do men only date young girls? They just want to date young girls to manipulate them and watch. I bet you. I already know that's how it's gonna go.
Deal that's gonna be really lucrative. My music, a lot of deals that are silent that I can't really discuss until I can discuss them.
Of course,
have paid me very well. You know, I am doing fine financially. I promise. Like, I make enough money to support myself as a 22-year-old young lady. I make enough money to buy my mom Balenciaga on Mother's Day. I make enough money to do things like that, you know, and I love my mom. I'll always buy her expensive gifts. And, you know, like, I make enough money to sustain my own lifestyle that I'm talking about, you know?
And another deeper part to it is that, see, it doesn't matter how much money a woman makes. In the reality of it, it doesn't matter. Because you're still not married. Well, based off the title, you only date rich men. So, see, you being able to do... and this is another important part. And I was speaking to somebody who watches my channel about this. I genuinely wish that all women on the planet would earn $10 million a month. That way, women would see that what they would see within their own biological nature, that it doesn't matter. You see, as long as if that woman does not have a man willing to spend $10 million a month on her, that money means nothing to a woman. It really does. See, because like now, like they're trying to do it because they're trying to fight with this whole feminism shit that we can compete with men and we're equal with men. So like they're trying to get like the best of both worlds and not just choosing one. Like, okay, let's say all this is true, which I doubt it, but let's say it's true. Let's say she go out there and buy your mother this, buy your... Okay, why does a man not feel compelled to do this for you? Why are you still dating? What you see, like, because the money doesn't matter. That the money does not amplify a woman's worth. Nobody, like, there has never been a time where a man looked at a woman who bought her mother a Lamborghini and said, "Oh my God, my dick's so hard because she bought her mother a Lamborghini, dog. Oh my God, that made my dick hard." No, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Now, what they will care about, yeah, you're 22, you're a skinny girl who looks like she at least knows how to take a bath and can probably read. So that enough right there, and just keep a camera on you. You're gonna have a pool of beta simp providers to come hand you money. All right, you're gonna have people who are gonna cut business deals with you because they know that there's a whole group of beta simps out there who's gonna hand you money. It's the reality. Like I said, hey, I'm all for it. Make $10 million a minute. I'm all for it. But two things: one, give it 10 years, and two, it's not going to make you any more valuable to a man. If anything, it's going to shrink the pool of men you actually have to pick from. You see, that's how that hypergamy shit works too. See, when the more successful a man gets in anything, the wider his pool gets of woman to pick from. Now, the higher and better a woman gets in anything, the smaller her pool. Because hypergamy, what does hypergamy do? Women always look up and up and up and up and up, right? So what does that do? The pool of men gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller to pick from. So you end up in this self-destruct damnation position in life. So I mean, by all means, keep dating rich men. Go for it. Go for it. And give it 10 years.
I feel like a lot of people took my tweet as, I just want to sit on my ass and not do anything and not have any, and not have a dollar to my name, but I want my man to take care of me like a father would, while I sit here like a little girl with no money to my name.
That's the end goal,
and I don't do anything in life. I guess that's how they took it. Now, I believe in dating up, or at least dating equal. So me,
at minimum,
a 22-year-old girl that makes 6 figures, I believe in dating someone that also makes 6 figures or higher. And I'm going to tell you why. I personally believe in that because I believe that someone that understands my lifestyle, that is kind of sort of living my lifestyle, us coming together, we'd be able to, there's a understanding in general of finances, you know, and as much as you guys want to say that finances don't matter in a relationship and it's the love that matters, I'm going to tell you this. Love matters because
she's speaking specifically to women
as
right
much
now.
as I can date someone with money, right?
Yeah.
I can date anybody with money. Whatever. I can date this person, this guy, this rich guy over here, this rich guy over here. But all of these rich guys that I could date, maybe only one of them will actually really spark my attention and actually serve me and actually stimulate my mind and actually, you know, just...
Okay, yeah, I got to cut her off right there, too. See, with the whole... See, I know where women go with this, too. With the, oh, well, he didn't spark my interest and stimulate... See, women take that as the guy is lesser than her in some form of a relationship, so he must work for her attention. Like, no, like, and bitches out there, you watch... Pay attention to what I'm getting ready to say right here. All right? He's not stimulating your mind because he has other options than you. You're not worth the effort it takes for him to go out and stimulate your mind. You are... This is... Oh, you can finally see downtown Prague. Hey, let's look at Prague real quick, because it was cloudy all morning. Let me see if I can... It was like so cloudy all morning, like you couldn't see more than like 40 feet outside. But like it's that mist from that river down the street, man. It's like fucking... It's like a river or some shit. But you can finally see. It was like cloudy as fuck all morning. But anyway... See, that's another thing, like, oh, well, he didn't stimulate my mind. See, that's the entitlement of dumb bitch. Okay, let's go back to the beginning with the hypergamy and what I said earlier. How the higher man goes, the more options. So if he gets great at money or he's great at like boxing or whatever the fuck, okay, the better a man gets at anything, the more options he gets. Because men are not greedy attention whores. Men just want people. You see, men want people. Women are, especially bitches like this. This is a greedy attention whore. Okay, so hypergamy is strong within her. She wants somebody who's going to be higher. See, men don't have that same requirement because men are genuinely good humans on average. Like, who seek out genuinely good humans. You see, women, like I say in older videos, women do not naturally have good morals and good logic. Their morals is whatever will protect them better. And then they'll just learn how to love that type of thing. But, okay, so back to the original topic. Okay, the hypergamy, the better a man gets anything, the more options he gets, right? And the better a woman gets, the lesser option she gets. Because there's lesser men with, 6'5", $1 million a month wage, $1 million a week wage. And that's going to shrink. That pool's going to shrink the higher they go. But see, this is where delusional... Now, she can kind of demand that because, yeah, she's 22, all right? She's pretty much at the height of her existence right now. It's fucked up to say, but in the context of dating market that she's trying to get into, this is nothing but down. It's just down after here. It's all downhill after. She's peaked, right? So she thinks, like, and this is where women get it really confused. So let's say she makes six figures. Let's say she makes 6 figures a week. Right? Let's just say that. Let's say she makes 6 figures a week. So she's going to want a man who makes at least 6 figures a week. Right? Now, do the math on what I just said earlier. That man who makes 6 figures a week, he will fuck anything that makes 6 figures a week and beneath that. You see, because we're going after the female body. And in her personality and shit like that. Where, see, woman, this gold digging tramp, she's looking for higher shit. So she's assuming that the guy's going to work for her attention, but why do all this work to get your attention when I can just go down the street to a bitch who's not as stuck up and have her bring me my food, cook me my dinner, and clean my fucking clothes? You're not worth it. That's the fucking reality. That's why you're still dating and you're not married. That's why. Or if you are married, it's not going to be like, it's not going to last because you're going after all the wrong things. But like I said, give it 10 years. She'll learn her place and position in the world. She'll learn it.
Things that make me like somebody. Like, just because you have money, you know how many lame people in the world there is with money? A lot. Just as many lame people as there are without money. I mean, although it's a different tax bracket, let me tell you, I'm not dating nobody that's lame. Or just not compatible. You know, like we have to be compatible at the end of the day. So as I'm dating in my tax bracket or higher, there's still so much more that goes into it. I do believe that it's extremely important to me. This is all me. I believe it's extremely important to, one, just date equal or higher. And that'll always be my thing, you know? And I think it's unfair that the people that have dragged me about this, how entitled, it seems like they're almost entitled. Like, they're mad at me for not wanting to date below my tax bracket.
Well, no, yeah. Well, okay, if they were mad at you, then yeah. Okay, because I'm not mad because I know what you are. So I'm like, I can pretty much tell you I can pretty much tell girls like this, I can tell her entire life and where it's going to end up in the next 20 years. I can tell you generally, you know, what's going to happen. That's why I'm not mad. You're funny, but I'm not mad at you. like, I mean, yeah, you're a gold digging tramp, but the thing is you can get away with it because you're in your prime. You're in your biological prime. So you can ask for that. You know, and there's going to be some beta chunk who deal with you who makes that type of money. He'll put up with you, of course. But it's not going to last. You see, because guess what? See, as we speak right now, there's a new girl coming out of high school who's 18 that looks better than you, right? And as we speak right now, there's a girl who came out of high school a year before her who looks better than you, who's a better woman than you, who knows how to act better than you, how to walk and talk better than you. You see, this is the part where she's not gonna a girl like this. She's not even gonna listen to anything I'm saying right now because she's in her prime. But anybody else on the other ends of the spectrum or whatever the fuck you want to call it, they know exactly where she's headed, right? But she can't see it. Like she's the carrot. She's the horse with the carrot, and the cliff is 50 feet in front of her. She can't see it. Don't nobody care about how much money you make. All right, that's just the reality. She cares about how much money. She's trying to like beat the system and equate herself with men out there. That's what she's trying to do. And well, she's still dating, so it speaks for itself.
And I think everyone in this whole world, you know how people have a certain type, you know how people have a certain thing they like about somebody, or a certain thing, certain deal breakers, or whatever. Everyone is entitled to that, guys. If you're not dating them, why do you care? Just like you may have this type. Oh, nah, man, my man gotta be fit. He gotta have a six-pack. Oh, nah, my girl gotta have a big booty. Oh, nah, she gotta have some whatever. What if I felt entitled and I was mad because I don't have a big booty? So now I'm gonna drag you because you said you want a girl with a big booty. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, yeah, okay, see, and again, the reason why people make fun of bitches who say that I only do this, I only do that, is because, okay, and the reason why people don't really make fun of men who say it is because, see, this is the reality. What do both sexes bring to a relationship to keep a relationship moving properly? Men bring protection, stability to a relationship, and I'm sure she can agree with me on this. Even in her, you know, delusional prime right now. She's in her prime. Even in her prime right now, she can agree with me on this. A man is to bring stability, protection to a woman, right? And a woman is to bring her youth and fertility to it. Now, this is where it gets tricky, and a lot of girls out there, you're going to have to think about this, because this is the reality. Now, like I say in other videos, everything that a woman has to offer is temporary. Because she can't hold on to her youth forever, and she damn sure can't hold on to her, like, the whole scheme of her fertility forever. All right? You can't do it. So for you to say, oh, I only do this, I only do that, yeah, for the next 5 years, you only do this and do that. You see? Whereas, see, now, like a man, I think, what was it? No, it wasn't the head of Starbucks. It was another guy. I think he ran like hairdresser companies in the States. He lived in homeless shelters for like 20, 30 years before he opened that shit. And that dude's like a multi-millionaire right now, or billionaire, or some shit like that. See, man, for what man brings to a relationship, that protection and stability, see, we can always go back out there and rebuild that shit. If right now I lost everything I had and end up in a homeless shelter, this time, a year from now, 2 years from now, I could be doing better than I am now because I can always build what I have to offer as a man. You see? So that's why when men say, oh, I only date women under 30, I only date, you know, XYZ. See, it's not a joke when men do it, because see because a man can always bring what man has to offer to the table better than he did last time. But see, this type of girl, see, all she has to offer is looking like this. That's all because she'll always find a man who makes enough money to make her look like she's poor. So that's not a problem. All right. All she has to offer is essentially looking like this. And she can't hold on to that. All the Botox, she can't hold on butt implants. She won't be able to hold on to it. It's temporary. See, that's why, this is why, especially women like this, they get laughed out. They get laughed out the room once they age out and they're trying to hang in there and shit. They get laughed out the room because people remember when they was talking like this. They was young and dumb, and thought that they actually, gave something to the world type of shit.
It really doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I feel entitled to your preference? I don't. Actually, I don't care, because if you want a girl with a big booty, then obviously it ain't me. So
and the only reason she doesn't care that it's not her now is because the rest of her shit looks to be generally intact. She's healthy, blah, blah, blah. So she's not so stressed about a big booty now. Give it about 5 years. Here comes the ass implants. Give it about 5, because she's not really stressed because the big booty, she can get away with it, because like I said, because you seen her walking earlier in the fucking clip. Where was it? Well, I'm not gonna go back and watch it now, but you seen her walking around. The rest of her package is for what she brings to the table as a woman is intact, so she doesn't have to freak out about a big booty now. Give it 5 years, she'll be getting ass implants. I promise, because she's gonna start aging out, and she's gonna have to look for a way to compete with the younger girls still. She'll get butt implants. Trust me on that. Believe that. Or she'll think about it at least.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that whoever or whatever, as long as I'm not offending anybody, as long as I'm not disrespecting anybody, I just don't get why people are so upset. This is just what I prefer. I prefer to date someone that financially we can match each other, and or he got more money than me. Because I believe that in life, surrounding yourself with people that have, because I've always believed, and this has been since I was in grading school, as a young girl, I've always believed that surrounding yourself with, even your friend group should be of a certain caliber if you want to continue to progress in life.
You're not anything special. This is what bitches do. It's all about status. You're not anything special. You didn't do anything. See, that's another part. Like I said, every woman thinks that she's the only one. Like I said, women, they don't know how to think outside their own heads. She thinks she's the only woman who's ever done this shit. Ever since I was in grade school, I've always believed this. That every bitch does that shit. Every girl's concerned with status. And you know why? You want to know? I'll educate you on your own nature as a woman. The reason why a woman is concerned with status is because she's looking for, because with that status comes being looked at as higher and getting better protection out of the people around them. That's why.
Feather do flock together. Absolutely. So in life, with women, in general, in friendships, in relationships, and my colleagues, the people I work with, I want to make sure that everybody has something that is either matching me or is either above me, so that I can progress, so I can learn from them, so I could really, really, really just make sure that I'm going up and up in life. Now, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with wanting a friend group of a certain tax bracket. There's nothing wrong with wanting a relationship of a certain.
So she can't be friends with you unless you're in a certain tax bracket. That's what she's saying. She does. If you're not in a certain tax bracket, we can't really be friends. I want to tune into this bitch when she's 32.
Tax bracket. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you yourself. You have a certain tax bracket. You make money. You know what I'm saying? I make money. I can back all of this stuff. I can completely take care of myself, as I've been doing for a minute. It's not like I'm out here on the streets saying I need a rich man. Like, I'm taking care of myself.
You
I'm
named
good.
the video "I only date rich men," and she goes, so, "I'm not out here looking for rich men." Bitch, you named the video you only date. Man, these bitches. Hey, the only reason I even come across shit because people want to see what I'm gonna say to it, because I would never even click on this bitch's shit. But that's unbelievable.
So it's so wrong and unfair, and it's like coming off as entitlement that so many people were mad at me for wanting to date in my tax bracket or higher. I feel like it's like entitlement. Like, damn.
Yeah.
You mad at like, without my type? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just thought that was funny. But I say all of that to say, obviously, in my tweet, I wasn't just talking about dating in my tax bracket. I wasn't just talking about dating someone that makes a certain amount of money, but I was also saying that women should be financially taken care of in a relationship and that your woman shouldn't have to pay anything. And I think that triggered a lot of people because it comes off as, like I said, like I'm just sitting on my behind and I just want a man to raise me or something, right? I'm very, like, in general, like, as a person, I'm very unconventional. Like, I believe in women empowerment. I believe in Black empowerment. I believe in a lot of, like, unconventional things and new ways of living, yes. But something that I've always traditionally believed in, just because I saw it in my own household growing up, is that the man should provide. So that doesn't change because I make six figures. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's still hypergamy. That's still, yes, I do make six figures. But traditionally, I believe that a man should provide. Mm-hmm. So while I make six figures, that doesn't change that I still believe that a man should provide. And also, it's okay that I feel that way. Like, it's okay that this is what I want.
And you also have to realize that when you're chasing, the higher you go up on the ladder, the more options that man is going to have. So there's going to be a very low chance that a man is going to fully, genuinely respect you to get married, because he's going to have too many other options. The chances, I mean, like I said, make $1 million a second. Go out there and do it. But you're going to have a harder, you're going to be on here talking about why I only date rich men 10 years from now. So, hey, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time. I mean, guys make a lot less than that going through bitches like you. Like, this does not, you earning money does not put you higher on anybody's scale other than other angry older women. They'll look at you, oh, look at her. But like, you making more money does not make you, well, the brothel's closed right now because quarantine. But I go to the brothel outside of quarantine and fuck bitches that are more likely better than you at sex and physically looking for $50, sweetie. So you better stay in fucking California or wherever the fuck. You better stay in whatever westernized, feminized country that you're in where you got a chance to come across a beta bucks who's gonna like get intimidated by this shit. Because I know what a lot of the rest of the world looks like, and people just ain't gonna put up with you outside of there. They just not gonna put up with you. So you better stay. Bitches like this better stay in that little small neighborhood or that little small area where they can get worshipped just because they're skinny. They better stay there, man. Because here, like, it is nothing to find girls who are wake up better looking than this shit, fucking for $50. And that's prostitute shit. So that's not talking like a regular bitch on Tinder or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, see, that's where I'm coming from with this, man. Like, this is that Americanized bullshit. Just don't, man. Oh my God. Just this is why I could not advise any American man to deal with an American woman. There is no benefit. There's no benefit in anywhere on it unless they're in a lower tax bracket. And even then, the laws will rape you. So it's like I can't advise any American man to fuck with an American woman. I just can't do it. There is no benefit to it as an American man. There's no benefit.
When you on a dating site and you filter out things and you got to put what you want, right? The reason that exists is because everyone can have what they want. No one should have to settle for something that they don't want because of conventional ways of thinking or because they don't want to be looked down upon or because they whatever. If people want a poly relationship, do that if that makes them happy and everyone in the situation is happy. If people want this relationship, if people want that, like, everyone should do what makes them happy. So at the end of the day, while I make six figures, while I'm a hardworking woman, I'm traditional in a sense of I want my man to provide.
See, look, if she keeps bringing up, I make six figures, I am a hard worker. Don't nobody care about that, but you. You. Every time there is no man's dick, whether he makes $1 a day or $50 million a second, no man's dick is gonna get hard just because he heard a woman say, "Oh, I make six figures." Nobody cares. You care about it. It's in your head. It's like I said earlier. See, and this is where the disconnection in communication comes from. Yeah, she's not a bad looking girl. So somebody's gonna try to fuck her. Now, she thinks it's because she has six figures, she makes six figures, and blah blah and all this. Okay, but she's a 22-year-old piece of ass. That's what she is. Point blank, and don't nobody care about all that other shit. But she's like, all it's doing now is just further fueling her narrow-minded mentality. Like, oh yeah, I'm actually doing something. That's why people want to fuck me. That's why guys want to holler at me and shit like that. Like, don't nobody care. Nobody's dick gets hard, no matter how much money a woman makes. Now, like I said, how much money a man makes can get your pussy wet. And I think that's where a disconnect is coming from. You're trying to beat the system because you're trying to attack the world like how, based off of what you find attractive, which is nothing more than you're pretty much looking at a future feminist right here. That's where it's headed. Let's be real about it. Value, but nobody cares about that. Like, no, nobody thinks, I want to start a good wholesome family, but she's got to make six figures. Like, no, don't like. I want to start a good wholesome family. I want my mother of my children to be loving and caring. You see, all the other shit can fall by the wayside in the real world. Maybe not on Instagrams or Snapchats. Maybe not on there, but in the real world, you want your woman to be a loving, caring woman, who's loyal. The money, most men don't care if you work at a fucking McDonald's or you work at a CEO of a attorney business, whatever the fuck. Most people don't. Most men don't care about that. She'll learn in time. Well, when she hits the wall, she'll learn it. And she looks like she has pretty decent genes, so it might be a while till she truly hits the wall. But she'll mentally hit the wall pretty soon here, though. I give it within 5 years. She'll hit the mental wall within 5 years. Physically, I think she could probably hold on physically for a little, but you never know, because I've seen other girls who look like this and better, and they hit the wall in the next 2 years. Well, y'all seen a girl I had on my last live stream, what she used to look like, and she only 28, and she scared the fuck out of me when I seen her picture. But yeah, I don't know. Let's continue.
Man that is a provider. I do. So when I say that a woman shouldn't have to worry about paying a damn thing, yeah. I'm saying that I grew up in a household where I saw my people, my mom didn't touch none of that. Like she didn't go in her purse. She didn't. And she made money. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom was provided for, and she always.
So then, where did all your mother's money go? Did they just sit on it? Did she buy a bunch of purses? If she worked and had her own money, what did she do with all her money? What did she do with her? See, that's another mistake. See, she only seen everything from the child perspective of her mother and father and their dynamic. So she seen that and focused on that, which further fueled her hypergamy, stubborn, stuck up, gold digging comments. See, so where did all the money? If your mother made so much money, then what did she do with her money? Was your father just spending all the money and she just sat on it and just? That's very selfish and very fucked up in reality, because because all that. Okay, so because now that led me to the next thought. That's very stubborn and selfish. If your mother actively did that, because she's just very selfish and just a poor quality of human to sit up and watch the man just spend all his money and she just save all hers. That's a poor quality of woman and a poor quality of man for picking that woman to have a child with. In all fucking honesty, let's be real about it. That's just a poor quality in a human to do that. To see motherfuckers like that. See, a bitch like this, she would fit in perfectly in Kiev. She would fit in perfectly over there because it's all about money. It's all about money in Kiev. And that's why I fucking hate it. When I was in Kiev, that's why I hated it. Because the motherfuckers drive around in Bentleys and wear Louis Vuitton and shit like that. But it's poverty, like, on the same fucking street corner. Like, that's why I hated that shit, man. I fucking hate, I didn't like it. But bitches like that, oh, she loved it at 22. She loved it. She loved it.
And she always kept that standard. Also, the way that I grew up, you know, there's so many reasons why people may believe in hypergamy. And a huge reason may be because that's how they grew up and that's what they grew up seeing. So I definitely grew up seeing that. I grew up seeing my mom be provided for while also going to work and while also making her own bank. I posted it on my Instagram and I went in depth. Here was my caption. I said, do I believe that a man should completely provide? Yes. Do I think that a woman should sit on her ass? No. I don't think anyone should. I make 6 figures and I will never go half on a date with a man.
Here we go with the 6 figures again. Here we go. Why does she keep like reassuring herself of 6 figures? You see, like, if I had to even think a bit deeper in it, I want to say this. I would say she probably got lucky. Like Al Bundy, she probably got lucky and made 6 figures like once on accident. Maybe some shit like that. But if I had to, because see, again, people who actually do, okay, you don't hear Kylie, what's that bitch, the Kardashian, you don't hear Kanye, within one video going like, well, yeah, I make millions, and anyway, so I went to Taco Bell, and well, yeah, I make millions, anyway, I turned on a lamp yesterday, and like, she keeps reassuring herself. See, that's what's making me think she's fucking lying. Either she's lying, or there's more to that story than she's leading on, because she keeps having to verify, she keeps having to use it as like validation for her existence. You see, I'm like, and I work like in my field of work, like I study shit like this, so I know from a professional standpoint, something's off with that because she keeps bringing it up. It would be like me going, yeah. So I live in Prague, and like every fucking 5 seconds I go on about Prague, or I went to college. I'm educated, like that one bitch I did a while back. Every 5 seconds, oh, I'm educated. Well, I'm educated, I'm young and educated. I'm educated. See, something's not right. Something, like, either it was handed to her, and then she, like, tried to invest it or something, and she accidentally earned, like, $15 on top of what her mother gave her or some shit like that. See, something is not right with her. She keeps revalidating that she made 6 figures. That is the red flag right there. And then, yeah, that is essentially the red flag. And then the next red flag is the immediate push to find a man who makes more money, because she knows that her money's not going to last. If I had to guess, that's where all this shit is kind of heading. Like, she knows her money's not going to last, so she's in this push and drive to find a rich man. That way she can live off of that and then keep it going. Just that way, so she can keep saying, "Oh, I have 6 figures." like, yeah. That's a red flag. Now I'm actually curious.
Anything with a man unless we are investing or starting some sort of business venture. I believe that when a woman has a man, she should never have to touch her wallet. He should actually feel uncomfortable if she does. I believe in hypergamy. What do you believe in? To each his own. Can't be upset that I know what I want and that I refuse to date below my tax bracket. So, that was just me kind of going more in depth about it. While I have the 6 figures that I'm referring to in my bank account, if we go on a date, I believe that I should not have to look at the bill. As far as I'm concerned, I shouldn't even know how much the bill came up to. Like, I shouldn't even think about the bill. As it relates to house bills, you know what? With my little 6 figures in my bank account, if I decide, hey, boo, I'm feeling good.
Real quick, drinking game for every time she says 6 figures. Drinking game every time she says, I'm telling you, something is with that 6 figures, man. My spidey sense is tingling. Something is going, because she keeps saying it too much, and her life validation is based off of that. Her did she go to college? Did she volunteer? Well, no, because she don't want anybody who's a lower tax bracket than her. Did she do anything good for the community? Did she ever try to help people? Did she ever try to teach or learn something that's genuinely interesting that wasn't just money oriented? What is there anything about her character that actually came out? Or on her, because I'm not going to watch her channel. Maybe you guys can go look at her. I'm not going to go on her channel. But see, something's up. So there is a big insecurity to where she has to keep self-validating her in that 6 figures. There's a huge self insecurity with that shit, man. It really is. Just like was I was listening to Ron Burgundy podcast, and the girl said, yeah, anybody who talks about the size of their dick usually has a small dick. Like, yeah, like that is the same thing with money. Like, motherfuckers who keep having to walk around and say, I got money, I got money, I got money, I got money. Like, something is fucked up. Something's not right. But yeah, drink. Every time she says 6 figures, drink. Take a shot.
I want to take care of the bills this month. If I decide I want to do that, I'll do it. But in general, I believe that a man that is a provider takes care of the bills. That is how I grew up. That is what I grew up seeing. That is what I believe in. No matter if I make 6 figures. You can decide whatever you want. Like, you can do whatever you want. So with the 6 figures in my bank account, I may say, well, hopefully by the time I get married, I have more than 6 figures. But with however many figures.
Hey, y'all know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Hey, you got, if anybody's watching this, try to hold me to this shit. I'm gonna live stream watching this, and we all gotta take a shot every time she says 6 figures.
Bank account. If I decide, oh babe, I wanna buy you a car today. I want to buy you whatever today. That's something that I'm deciding to do with my hard-earned money to show my love. That's something that I'm deciding to do because I want to do it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the general situation is that my man provides. My man completely provides.
Well, you don't have a man.
He doesn't even want me to touch my wallet. If it were up to him, I would never touch my wallet.
Yeah,
I would never have to do
this man she's speaking of doesn't exist because what does the title say? Why I only date rich men. So she doesn't have a man to actually. This man she's talking of is a mythical creature. And at least by the title of this shit, she doesn't have a man. She's dating. She's a professional dating expert. That's what she is. She's a professional cop carousel at best writer. I mean, look at it. If she's such a great fucking catch, she has so much money and make music and blah blah. If she's such a great catch, why is she still dating? If she's just amazing catch and this and that and blah, 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 I don't get it. I'm an influencer. If she's so great, why is she still in the dating market? I'll tell you why. Because any man who talked to her kicked her out the fucking bed the next morning. That's why.
That is me spending my own money. That is how I grew up. That is what I grew up seeing. Mm-hmm. And that is what I believe in. And that is what I want in life. Anyone can have what they want in life,
and you still don't got what you want in life because you still don't got a man. You see, you talking from your mother and father doing this shit. Well, your mother had a man, right? You don't got one. All this shit, yeah, you still don't got what. That's sad. That's real sad. That you even managed to make 6 figures and you still can't get 6 figures and look like this and you still can't get a man. That's a huge red flag. If anything, I wouldn't date her at this point. Is she okay? She's 22. She's in her prime. Look at how she looks. She's a good-looking girl, and she has all this money. Still can't keep a man, bruh. She's still dating. Why only date rich men? That's a red flag to the fullest. And then she's got this attitude on her like that. I see why she's stuck in dating, man. I get it. I completely get it.
As long as they're, like I said, they're not disrespecting anybody. They're not offending anybody. Whatever you and your partner got going on is your business. So, I believe that people talked about, what do you bring to the table? What
Nothing.
do you do? I believe that I bring so much to the table that whatever in this whole lifetime I decide I want, I can have.
Except a man. What do you bring to the table? Okay, obviously what you brought to the table wasn't enough, because if you date rich men, why didn't any rich men stay around? Do the math. If you bring so much to the table, you're so fucking great, and you only date rich men, why did no rich men stay with you? Because you don't have anything to bring to the table other than pussy. And after they got a slap of that pussy on their balls, they fucking bounced. That's why you're back on YouTube saying, why only date rich men? To try to because see, and this goes back to another video I made. Once women start equating their value with money, that is woman's way of screaming to the world that I failed as woman. So I now have to put my value in numerical form. You see that, and I said that a while back. And pay attention to that shit. When women switch their value to numerical standpoints, that is woman's biology screaming, "Oh my God, I fucked up my value as a woman. So now I have to put it in a measurable sense as money now, and then negate who I'm going to talk to, who I'm not going to talk to now." She has, at 22, she has fucked up as woman. That's sad. That's sad.
I don't believe that I should settle. I don't believe in anybody saying, I don't care how many people can hate me.
This is future feminism right here.
For the rest of my life. But what I do know is that I believe that the woman that I am, the way I was raised, the value that I bring, I believe that I can have anything I want in this lifetime.
This is feminist. This is future feminist
and
right here.
There's no one on this whole entire earth that's going to tell me that I can't have what I want.
This is future feminist. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I tell you who told you that you can't have what you want. Those rich men you dated that kicked you back out to the curb. That's who told you can't have what you want. And I'm not going to say all this is future single woman, forever alone woman. Everything she's saying is literally textbook future feminist. I don't have to settle. I can have whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. The only difference is she's 22 and she's still a good-looking girl. And it's sad. It hurts because we done lost another one to feminism. We lost another one. she just ain't realized it yet. But that's where she's headed. If you got all this to offer, nobody can tell you what you can and can't have. Oh, somebody can tell you what you can and can't have. And they had men's names, and they had more money than you. And here's a secret to who it was. It was all those rich men you dated. That's who told you what you can and can't have. It's unbelievable.
Up to me and my man, what I want. You know, so if you are not trying to date me, if you cannot fulfill the requirements it takes to date me, then this is none of your business. This is beyond you. I'm non-traditional in a lot of ways. Like, I'm so non-traditional. That's like probably the only traditional thing I believe in, honestly. Like, I believe that a man should provide. I do believe that. I believe that. You know, so that's just what I want, and that's what I'm gonna get. Because guess what? Whatever you want, whatever you get it. You get what you
go,
want.
girl.
That's how life works.
You go, girl.
That's how the universe works.
You go, girl.
So, you know, I just feel like it just is what it is. That's what I want.
Girl.
Now, there
you
was
got
some
it,
people
girl.
saying that given the amount of money I make, it's selfish that I still expect him to do it all or whatever, right? Like I said, the traditional way that I feel about a man providing, it kind of, people don't understand it because of the money that I make. Like, that I could still think that way.
Girl.
Like, how could you be so selfish? You make all this money and you still think he need to do this?
You go, girl.
The circumstances that I have within my own situation and my own bank account, it doesn't change my values. You know what I'm saying?
You go, girl.
So my values have
you
always
go, girl.
been my values. So I guess it comes off as, well, damn, because of the money that I make.
And nobody cares about the money you make. That's the part.
So I guess that's my response to that part. You know, it's just like
nobody cares about the money you make.
Values. Those are just my values that I believe in. And you know, I happen to be in an amazing position, an amazing money position, but it's
single.
It's still my values. Yeah. And I shouldn't have to change my values because of the amount of money that I make.
No, girl.
It's actually not fair to me.
Girl.
It's not fair that I have to change my values and
girl,
possibly
you go,
be
girl.
unhappy in my situation just because
go.
I make money.
That's almost
girl. A way to
still single.
That almost sounds like a way like to keep me down. Like, oh man, if I want,
no, you keeping yourself down.
And providing, then I can't make this much money because it's selfish. When no, I'm gonna constantly want to progress in life. My values have nothing to do with that. It just they actually don't correlate at all.
You tell them, girl. And you still single.
That's my response to that part. I'm trying to think, hoping I ain't forget nothing.
Go, girl.
I just had a lot of hate. I mean, it was it was a lot of hate.
Yeah. You go, girl.
I think I hit every situation, I guess. I guess I just want to end this by saying that To anyone watching this video, male or female, whatever it is you want in a relationship, please stick to that. Whatever values you have.
Well, okay, and the difference is, see, we actually have relationships. See, that's the difference. See, people heard you. Okay, either you sound funny or they went like, oh wow, like you really need some help. like you need assistance in life. Because yeah, you go girl. You go girl.
To that.
Tell them. You tell them though, girl.
Because of what may be socially accepted right now. You know, like, who cares?
You go, girl. You tell them.
Like,
you tell them,
I
girl.
have thousands, tens of thousands of people right now that are sending me hate comments because of my tweet.
You
and
go, girl.
I don't care. I'm still gonna get what I want.
Yeah, because you still don't got it yet. Yeah, you still get what you want, except the man. The man to stay around. You don't get what you want. Yeah, go. Okay, yeah, go. Like I said, I hope every woman makes $10 billion a second. That way, women realize that that don't do nothing for their value in the world, because it's how a woman's brain is made up. It's doing. She is. See, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. What she's doing is this. She is desperately, like, she's failed as a woman, and she's pretty much come to the conclusion that she has failed as a woman. And she can always succeed, later on down the road. But right now, she is a failure of a woman. Because by the time women, like I said earlier, by the time a woman switches her value system to numerical objects and materials and shit, that's her screaming that, okay, yeah, I've lost all value as a person, so I got to put it off on, this car, or this bank account, or this house, or, something like, because she has now failed as her existence as a woman. So, and she's desperately clinging to it. And on top of that, first she's clinging to that self-validation. Well, I have money, which I don't believe. Well, I have money in my bank account, blah, blah, I have money, or I was 6 figures, blah, blah, I only date rich men. And on top of that, she crazy. The other part to woman's nature is this. Women need attention. Men want attention. Women literally, it's like a drug to them. Like, they need it. If they are like, a woman will cut off her left tit and glue it on her forehead if she thought it would get her more attention. Well, you see how they do with surgeries. A woman will cut her fucking ass open, suck the fat from her arm, and shove it in her ass if she thought it would get her more attention. Women will literally cut themselves to pieces. It's a drug to them, and it's really sad. It's borderline pathetic, but ultimately it's sad how desperate they are for attention. And the fact that she got that attention, that was like a little temporary substitute from actually having a man and or children around. You see, that whole social media shit, that's like, it's social media to a woman is like, and I've made this correlation before. It's like, y'all, I don't know if y'all ever watched the movie Blade, but like how vampires need blood, but like sometimes they find a substitute for that fake blood, and they try to just eat that fake blood, but that shit ain't real blood. So like every now and then they gotta go out and just eat a motherfucker type of shit. That's what social media is for bitches. Like, social media is that temporary fix for attention. Like, it's that it's that synthetic blood. It's that fake blood. It can suffice for a little while, but sooner or later, like, she just gonna have to ride a carousel to get that attention again. She's gonna have to get famous, posting tweets, or go on OnlyFans. She's going, like, women, their brains need it like a drug. Like, they need it. So that's another reason why I say, to a woman's brain, good attention is good attention, and bad attention is good attention. They crave it. They need it. They need it. Like, they literally, like, they need it damn near for survival. Just like those old experiences, like, it's almost like those old experiments. And this is what I think somebody said, like, it was true, but other people kind of like talk down about it. But there's supposedly an experiment, which it might have been false. But it does make sense, and it kind of fits this theory. Like, there's an experiment done years ago, which could have been fake. I'm not 100% sure, but it makes sense, based off of, like, just human nature. Where it's like 30 babies. They put 30 babies in a room, like 30 newborn babies in a room, and they never communicated with the babies other than to change their diapers, feed them, clean them, and then walk the fuck out, right? And they all died supposedly within like a month because they needed that attention. Now, I'm not sure if that was real, but based off human nature, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that can happen. And women are like women. This is why women and children are always put in that same sense. Women and children first, women and children, because their brains are essentially on the same wavelength with that. Like, they never grow out of it. It's always about status and do people like them and all that shit. I'll put a link up to that Fences movie. Now I'm thinking about it. There's a movie with Denzel Washington and his son. And in the movie, Denzel Washington, now he was a little rough, but the core message that he sends is essential, is paramount to the whole thing. The son comes to Denzel Washington and he says, "Do you like Dad? Do you like me?" And the dad explains to him like, "Look, I don't have to like you. I love you." And he explains to his son, he says, "You know, like Mr. So-and-so down the street I work for, do you think he pays me because he likes me? No, he pays me because he owes me for the work I did." See, women don't get that. Women hate. I told my girl that, and like I could see in her face like she just didn't get it. like woman's brain don't get that. Like, see, woman's brain doesn't get being owed something. See, woman's brain is more in line with, oh, well, I deserve it because I'm woman. I'm just woman. I deserve it. See, that's what women's brains get. But see, men, we understand that line very well. Does your job pay you because they like you, or do they pay you because they owe you? See, and that's the reality of the world. See, that's the reality that woman's brain very rarely comes back to seeing the reality. Now, some girls, they get it. Some get it. Most women, they don't understand contracts and paying motherfuckers back and shit. Because their biology is essentially to take from society. They don't give. Woman does not give to society. Woman's biology is, for the most average of them, is to take from society and wait for man to come give more and build more society. And if she comes along and takes some more and runs off and then waits for man to do it again, and she just like this thing. It doesn't matter how much money she gets, which I don't believe she had 6 figures, or she might have had it at one point in time and just screenshot the bank account, something like that. But most women, like, it doesn't matter how much money a woman has or where she came from, she wants more from a man. And then kind of take it, run off, hide, and wait for the man to do something else. Then she'll come around and give you cupboard love, and then and the process continues. So I'm gonna leave you out guys off with this. My job is not to teach you to hate women. My job is to teach you to understand women. Okay, and then with this next line, this can get motherfuckers to hate women. Don't hate women. Understand what they are. Okay, and listen to this shit very closely. Women do not love you. My girl does not love me. All right, your girl does not love you. All right. Women do not love man. Woman hangs around man if man can protect her properly. And when that protection is gone, she's going to be gone. Woman does not love you. She can't. Most women biologically, by the time a woman is reduced down to actually having to respectfully love somebody, they are fucked up. All right? And that's the last weapon they have left in survival. Woman, and I'm not saying this for you to hate women. I'm saying this as a reality. My girl does not love me. All right? And I know this. I mean, well, she says it all the time, but I know, like, because I know a woman's nature. Girls love you with cupboard love, like how cats love people. Cats love you when you give them something, and then they gone off again. See, a dog will love you. A dog, you can kick a dog in the mouth, the dog will run off crying and then come back and lay up under you. Cats don't do that. like cats don't do that. Cats come, I mean, you might find a cat here or there, but for the most part, a cat will run off in the city and come back when it's hungry, and then run off in the city again. But anyway, like I said, don't hate women, understand what they are. I'm out of here, man. Have a good weekend. This is a long video. I'm out of here. Have a good weekend.